what do you? What is your take on this new story, this new terrorist on the flight to Detroit?
Well, quite clearly, brain-programmed, mind-controlled, was taken to the original flight by a man who was described by a man and his wife, fellow passengers, as very sharply dressed, and the Nigerian was put on the plane without any checking of official documentation at all.
Well, he did not have one.
No.
So he did not have a passport.
No checking of any document, nothing. They just put him on the plane.
Right.
So clearly it was an operation, and a psyop. Clearly it was an effort to, again, potentially stampede the American public into allowing more surveillance, more suppression, and the installing of these backscatter X-ray devices at the airports. Go ahead.
Jeff, the couple who described what took place, they described and they said that the guy at the counter or whatever refused to take him without a passport. Then they walked down the hall into some manager's office. And of course that was the last. I mean, they did not really think about anything. I mean, if I find somebody who does not have a passport and there's a problem on the plane, I mean, there's a problem at the ticket counter, I'm not really going to think much about it. But when I see this person on the plane, then I'm going to start thinking about it. And they did not see this guy again until he was on the plane. So who was this guy that was neatly dressed, trying to place this person? And apparently he had enough clout and he had enough power to get this guy on the plane. Yep. When they went into this manager's office at the airport, whoever they talked to, apparently they saw, or somebody ordered them to accept this guy on the plane. Now, who's that person? Who has the capability of doing that?
Yep.
Until now, and I will give everything I own, and it's not much, for somebody to show me one office for Al-Qaeda or one guy who really belongs to Al-Qaeda.
Right. Even the BBC last week admitted.
I'll even give them my house if they can tell me that they really know that Bin Laden still alive.
Still alive. Of course. Even the BBC last week ran a documentary saying that there really was no Al-Qaeda. The poor American people, so stupid, so brainwashed, so bludgeoned into submission, and so deceived and duped with all the games primarily promulgated by television and all the rest of it. It's sad. Jeff, it's a sad situation.
Sometimes it's laughable when you see people like the BBC and see people like CNN and Fox running stories of things that we talked about like 6 years ago.
Right.
Like this Al-Qaeda mess. This is all a mess. But people laughed at us when we said that.
That's right.
But, they hear it from the BBC and then it's something, oh, yeah, there's no Al-Qaeda. Well, we have been talking about this. This is a mess. They created this. Just like they are doing now with this Nigerian guy. They know exactly what was going to happen. This guy didn't even know how to mix the stuff that he had.
And the shoe bomber, another one.
But you know what? It works. Because only few of us, me, you, and probably a couple of other people who will say, look, this is a mess. They are trying to create fear so you will accept what else is coming. 99% of people in the United States going to really believe that there are bombers coming and there are these suicide bombers and these people who want to hurt us.
Right.
Once they install that fear in us, then that's it. It's all over from there.
Well, they're going to put these
fear in people.
The new X-ray machines. They're very dangerous. Can cause cancer. They're very dangerous to human beings. These backscatter X-ray machines, which show you with no clothing on whatsoever. This is coming. You watch. They're already putting it in some airports in the UK. I understand it'll be here. I think they're trying it out at a couple places here. And also remember how controlled the American populace really is. 75% of the people, even after the revelations about the lie of global warming through the email release, 75% of Americans still believe it is real. So you have so many problems here.
The funny thing, it's really funny, and I mean it. It's really funny. A guy with that name, looking like that, no passport, and trying to get on the plane. At least search the guy if you're going to let him on the plane.
Of course.
Search him.
Of course.
But of course, he was put on there, and these couple who said, who reported this story, they have nothing to lie about, and that's exactly, they reported what they saw.
Sure. No, and he sat there like a zombie the whole time, never said a word apparently, just stared. This is mind control stuff. Very simple to do.
By the way, what he had was not a bomb.
No.
It was just fire thing. All it does, it creates fire.
Yep.
So whoever did this know exactly that
What
they
was
did
going
not
to happen.
have the capability of bringing
To bring the plane down. No, you got it totally right.
It's going to make a little bit of fire. They have a lot of fire extinguishers there in the plane. They can control it, and it'll be over with. And they probably told him to do it. Make sure before you do it that you do it. You know what? I interviewed, what's his name, Colin Ross, Dr. Colin Ross.
Mm-hmm.
And the United States military, the Mossad, all these intelligence services are actually involved in mind control. Now, this guy probably did exactly, whoever was guiding him and taking him into this ticket counter, whom they said he looked like an Indian guy, dressed up in suits and stuff. Who was this guy? Was this guy his handler? When he met him there, he told him the code name. And you see, according to Colin Ross, once you hear phrases, like certain phrases, right away, your brain switches into your new identity.
Right.
And you have your mission that's already been programmed in your head through hypnosis take control of you. It's still you, but you are a totally different person controlled by whatever hypnosis programming that they had put in you. And this is not something, I would say, probably invite Dr. Colin Ross on your program to talk about this, because it's extremely important. I want people to know that the technology is available to actually have many Manchurian candidates running around.
Many. And how many times have we heard stories about mass shootings where the shooter had a glazed look in his eye, nothing there, acted like a robot? Same thing. This is old technology, ladies and gentlemen. This is not new. And I would love to have Mr. Ross on the program, Hesham. So just
I will definitely get you both in touch with each other.
Yeah, very good. I think let me say one other thing. The gap between those in America and the West, but let's talk about America, who get it or who understand basically what's going on, and those who don't, is so huge now.
But most our leaders know the truth.
Agreed.
But they love the chairs they are sitting on.
Yes, sir.